sent my kids off to school every day thinking they would be safe. And I think that's a general perception that the public has about their own individual schools.
If someone would ask me prior to April 20th, I would have said it could never happen at Columbine High School. This is an ideal high school.
Victim down 10 feet.
I looked down the hallway and there was a person, rather tall person with a white t-shirt, black baseball cap turned backwards. And
both as a parent and as a professional dealing in recovery. No one wants to see children have to go through that, or faculty. The shooting happened in Columbine High School, but the entire community was affected. I mean, the ripple effect was immense.
Our cameras traveled to Columbine High School and to Platte Canyon High, two schools nestled in scenic Colorado communities, and the sites of two of America's most infamous, unexpected, and tragic incidents of violence.
The SWAT team entered the room. The perpetrator had her in his grip.
When Emily was shot and killed right in front of us as we put rounds into the suspect shot himself. That happened less than the distance that you and I are standing at.
Emily's gift was a voice, and we can talk about this. We can get the conversation on the table.
From the heartbreaking stories of these brave families and the unforgettable experiences of students, administrators, and law enforcement, a very real need to improve school safety has emerged.
Let's start out by acknowledging that schools in this country are very safe, usually compared to the neighborhoods they're located in. But on one day, someone shows up and inflicts a great deal of harm on a lot of people. And anyone who says it can't happen here hasn't been paying attention to history or current events. Because some of the least likely places that a person can imagine have had some of the worst possible incidents. One only has to imagine the Amish schoolhouse in Lancaster County, Pennsylvania.
Some urban U.S. schools have been compared to war zones in terms of the violence that threatens them daily from right next door.
The unfortunate that a lot of violent acts, gang-related shootings and beatings that affect our students' lives. But in our schools themselves, we have to keep those type of incidents out. And we've been very successful at it.
We have a tie-in with Pittsburgh Police. We get all their intelligence reports to see what's going on in the neighborhoods. What happens on the streets is coming in your building. And you got to be aware of that, and you got to plan for that.
We have to remember that over 55 million kids attend public and private schools in this country every day, and another 8 million are staff in those schools. We have over 132,000 schools in this country. Most of them go to school every day and have it be a wonderful experience. But one act of violence, one emergency is too many to threaten the safety and well-being of our kids in schools.
I'm not advocating an armed fortress. I don't think that's conducive to education, but I do think that there is a responsibility beyond law enforcement to create those safe schools. And again, it's the parents, it's the school officials, and it's the kids, and it's the teachers, all working together to take ownership that this is our school, and by golly, we have plans, and we exercise our plans, and because we are cognizant of it could happen here, we feel safe. We feel safe.
For communities that have suffered tragedies, the lessons are hard learned, but there is a heroic desire to reach out and help protect others, to urge everyone to accept that violent, unexpected incidents can happen at any school.
Look at me, I've been in 3. And if you're naive enough to think that it's not going to, that's when it's going to reach up and it's going to bite you. So prepare that it's going to happen. Understand that it is. Pray that it doesn't. But when it does, be prepared.
When you witness the terror, the trauma that occurs, and see the difficulty in returning back to whatever a new normal is, you become passionate about school safety, and you want to empower other people to take whatever efforts they can to be prepared, have good response plans in place, and to do everything they can to prevent future acts from occurring.
You're talking about volunteers. You're talking about parents volunteering. You're talking about aunts and uncles and grandparents volunteering. You're talking about older siblings volunteering. It doesn't cost anything.
My question is, can you dedicate a little time to it?